Okay, so now let's fast forward up to the strip because I don't want to interrupt. But I want. So now we're stripping. You're in a car jam, or you're in a car wreck. You're in a jam. Stripping. Then what?
And then I was just gonna go back to working a regular job because I didn't make very good money at the strip club.
Right.
And then a girl was like, "I could get you a gig as an extra," so it was like, "Sure, I'll do that."
Bang Bros, Bang Brothers,
Reality Kings,
like in the VIP when they were doing that thing.
Exactly.
Do they still do that? Do you know?
I think they do, but
I don't know. Yeah. All right. So boom, and then you walk onto a set and you see that maybe everybody's not getting raped.
Yeah, I go and I see like how professional it is. It's a legitimate company. There's like paperwork, there's security.
Right.
It's like a whole thing. There's a makeup artist.
Right.
It's like a production. You have your IDs and everything.
Right.
So like. I was an extra the first 5 times, and then I was like, oh, like, it was super hot and fun. I was already very sexual for whatever reason, and like I said, maybe genetics, I don't know.
Right.
I always had a very high sex drive. I already had multiple partners in high school. I probably already had fucked 30 people or something.
Well, people are going to say daddy issues, or you were abused as a kid, or this, or that, or the other. But we're not even going there with this one. Keep going.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, I had always had a high sex drive, so like to do the porn, like, it was nothing really crazy to me because, like I said, I had orgies in high school. So
you did?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. So I was always just I think I definitely instigated a lot of this.
Do any of those old high school dudes reach out to you and go, I knew you when?
If they did, I wouldn't. They might be sliding in my DMs, but I wouldn't be able to pick them out compared to.
Yeah. Okay, now we go to 2019 Riley Reid. Boom. And you're getting all this attention and stuff. And how does that affect you? Like, how does that affect your day-to-day living? That people see you and they'll hate you because you're way more popular than them, like in the Girls in Porn Valley or whatever. And I'm not saying this about everybody, but people look at people that have things, and they, instead of thinking about the things they have, they think about the things they don't have and what Riley has. But on the flip side, a lot of you don't have like an easy life.
No.
And people are going to go, oh, boo-hoo, let me play the world's smallest violin for Riley Reid because she had a date, fill in the blanks, because some celebrity just reached out to her. And
pain is like people shouldn't compare pain because it's all relative, and like the worst pain I have experienced is still the worst pain that I have experienced. Whether it's it could be different, but the worst pain you experience is still the worst pain you experience.
Right.
So it should never be like, well, that's worse than that, because it's still the most horrible thing that we've experienced or whatever.
Yeah.
So nonetheless,
give me a day of the life of Riley Reid. Like on a, let's say, not on a day like today when you're shooting for Mr. POV, but just like a general day in the life.
I mean, a general day.
What time do you wake up? Like, they want to hear this shit. What time does your alarm? Do you get up by an alarm clock?
I don't sleep with an alarm clock.
So you'll get up when your body tells you to get up.
Yeah, I try to get 8 hours of sleep. So I'll set an alarm clock to be like, if it's longer than 8 hours, because I try not to ever sleep more than 8 hours.
Okay. First thing you do when you get out of bed?
First thing I do, I get out. Well, I usually check my phone thing while I'm in bed.
Right.
And I probably go to the bathroom.
Right.
Wash my face, brush my teeth.
Yep.
If I decide to shower, sometimes I don't shower in the morning.
You're a self-proclaimed stinky girl.
Yeah.
You told me that.
Yeah, I kind of a naturally smelling type of female. Some people don't think I stink. Other people do.
Do you eat breakfast? Are you a breakfast eater?
I usually don't eat breakfast. I don't have an appetite when I first wake up in the morning.
Coffee drink?
No, I don't drink coffee
at all.
No, I usually will try to go to the gym or do yoga within the first 2 to 3 hours of waking up.
Okay.
And then I'll eat afterwards.
Right.
And if I go to the gym, then I'll focus on a high protein breakfast.
Right.
So make sure I have eggs or chicken or whatever.
Yeah. Now this is a day where you're not shooting for either Read My Lips or for anybody that's booked you.
Yeah, I'm usually always Snapchatting throughout my day though.
Okay.
So my daily life always basically consists of Snapchat.
Snapchat, yeah.
Because that's my bread and butter. So
how do they find you on Snapchat now?
How do they find me on
Snapchat?
Snapchat?
I don't know how easy is a search engine. I'm sure you're easy to find everywhere, right?
Yeah, it would just kind of depend on whatever platform you're on. Maybe you're an Instagram user, you would maybe see me on Instagram, even though I'm deleted at the moment. But if you're on Twitter, you would probably see me on Twitter, and I promote my Snapchat
so you'll
basically
find it
everywhere. On Pornhub, I promote my Snapchat. So it's pretty, and I think the modern people now know Snapchat's a relevant thing, and it's the best way to kind of get one-on-one interaction with
I'm not that modern.
Star. I said most modern.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm not that modern.
No, you're vintage.
I'm vintage.
Yeah,
all right. Vintage. So you're doing a little Snapchatting. What's your a hobby? Are you going to do a hobby in the afternoon?
I mean, I'm like a workaholic. I spend a lot of my time working on like my brand, and like I'm currently building like a clothing brand right now. So I've been drawing like designs. I shoot for my website, so I'm like the director and the producer and the stylist, and I write the scripts and I like do all the things. So like every day I'm like working on like the next scene that I've got, as well as like all the next scenes. I'm like right now I'm working on like sluts and stockings. I've got a pickup in the parking lot. I've got this Halloween scene booked. I've got this other shadow play scene booked. So
Which
I've got,
shadow?
like,
Define shadow play.
the shadow play scene will be like a silhouette of like, it'll be like a silk screen type with, it'll have Alina Lopez in the back because she's like really flexible.
Right.
So it'll be just her silhouette shadow.
She's a
of her
circus
doing, like,
contortionist, isn't she? The circus.
I don't know if she's
ex-circus?
a contortionist, but I know
Yeah.
she's like a gymnast dancer. So
Okay.
like I'll do stuff of like us being like mirrored, maybe with like fans. So like we'll both have like fans, and we'll like do like mirrored type things.
Kind of like a
on the
burlesque
shot.
kind
Yeah,
of thing.
with her, I want to do like a type of burlesque type of show. With
Okay.
her.
So you're doing that, and then it's probably time for dinner, right?
Yeah,
What are you
I
gonna
like
eat?
to cook, so
Okay.
I usually cook my own breakfast if I can. I usually
We're at dinner time right now, though.
So yeah, dinner time. I cook usually dinner too.
Yeah.
I love, my favorite thing to make is roast chicken with like vegetables.
So you'll eat a little meat.
Yeah, I
You're-
eat meat.
you're an
yeah.
you're a meat
I used
eater.
to be vegan, not anymore.
Yeah, I remember
but
when you were
I cook
vegan.
vegetables too.
Yeah. Okay, and what made the decision to go from vegan to meat?
It was just my weight. I was trying to put on weight, and because I was just really thin, and I just couldn't do it being a meat eater or not eating meat, and meat slowly breaks down in your stomach, so your metabolism slows down.
Right.
So I think I just burn fast too.
Yeah. Okay, you've had dinner time, and now all of a sudden it's 8:00 at night, and maybe let's call it a Friday night. What's happening?
So I probably have like my girlfriend over, my best friend Abby. I like to smoke weed, so we probably like smoke some weed.
Indica or sativa?
I love indicas, but right now I'm really into dabs, so we do a lot of dabs.
Oh, you're dabbing.
Yeah, we do straight concentrate marijuana.
Did you get the torch and everything, like
Yeah, I
the
got
butane
the torch
torch and the
and all
whole
that
nine?
stuff.
Have you burnt yourself yet?
No,
Good.
I haven't burned myself. No,
Yeah, good.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty smart.
Are you watching? Yeah, not me. Are you watching something on?
Yeah, I love to watch Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers.
I love to watch BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
And I love to watch Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
I love animated shows. The only human live action show I really like to watch is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
There you go. Yeah, I like that one.
I hate most human actors. I think most of them are terrible. I hate most concepts of acting. I hate most movies. I think that most art is dead when it comes to television media type.
Oh. It's interesting. You think it's just being rehashed over and over and over
Yes,
again?
and I just think it's really bad. And I feel like it's like the last good movie that I felt like I saw was like The Lobster and Swiss Army Man.
I didn't see either
Both
one.
by A24. I think A24 makes great movies. I love movies and all this stuff, but I'm really picky.
Who's A24?
A24 is like this company. They did like The Room, or they're like this production company, I think, or something. Or they like pay for these people's films. They buy their movies or something.
Look behind you. See, that's my Friday night right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just listening to music or reading books or.
I'm into that.
Or I had to set a limit on social media because I started looking at my phone and I took your. Remember you told me that we had this talk before where you're buried, your life is buried in your fucking phone.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I've realized now that I've started working on my phone more, like via Snapchat. I'm like really always on my phone. So, but me and my friends have a good rule where we're like, I'll yell at her and I'll be like, if you're not working on your phone, you're not allowed to be on it.
Yeah, I think
while
good,
we're hanging out.
I
So I'm like,
think
unless you're Snapchatting or answering emails or adding your Snapchat users, then get off.
Yeah. So let's turn really quick to Mr. POV. So the whole idea behind Mr. POV is I want to give your biggest fan a shot at you. Like, short of getting you on an airplane and buying a ticket to, like, whoever won the fuck O'Reilly we and I pay for the whole thing, that's what we want to do. What are your fans, what are your biggest requests from fans as far as, like, that kind of stuff goes? What do they want to do to Riley Reid?
I think that people just, like, I mean, yeah, they definitely want a chance at fucking me, but I think, like, they like talking to me, or they like seeing me smile. They like me talking to like the camera and stuff like that. I think that there's There's definitely like a mix of people who are like really into like fun fetishes. Like guys, I think a lot of guys love when I like tell them to eat their cum or eat other guys' cum,
right,
and stuff like that. And a lot of guys like being cuckolded.
Yeah. These are all kind of common fetishes now that we never thought would be a fetish even 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's it may have always been a fetish, but
porn kind of yeah.
I think, if anything, but
yeah. Do bi boys make you kind of smile? Do you like having
a bi boy?
Yeah,
I have no problem with it or without it. I like masculinity, so I like a boy, like a bi boy, if he's masculine. Like I don't think I could even like I've considered, because I'm like my dating life is like a tragic mess right now. So
yeah,
like,
we could talk about that.
But I've thought about like dating women, and I even write it in my journal, and it's like I'm like, why can I not make myself emotionally available to a woman? And there's just something that I like refuse to let that barrier down, because I don't think that the woman will give me the gratification. So I was like, I almost don't want to like tease the woman. Like I don't want to tell Alina Lopez that I want to take her on dates and all this stuff if I don't really feel like I can commit to her. You know what I mean? So there's like this weird thing in my brain where I'm like, why can't I just date women? Why do I only want to be with a man?
Well, you know what the fundamentalists and all those people.
I know, but I feel like I'm an intellectual enough to where I'm like, but yeah, I know.
No, I got you. I got you. Do you want to? I'm at 22 minutes right now. I mean, I could do this. I'm addicted to Joe Rogan lately.
Oh yeah, he's great.
He's great, and just the fact that he can converse and make things interesting for 2 or 3 or 4 hours is, to me, a fucking wonderful gift.
Yeah. He is so funny.
But a big part of his thing is he gets good people that can continue that same thing. And you listen to the comedian he has, but you'll find that these people are all very multifaceted with lots of really interesting ideas.
Yeah.
And then I feel like a big fucking dope.
No, oh my God, trust me. I don't know if you know Eric Weinstein.
No.
He's like this mathematician. He's been wanting to like talk to me and John Stagliano about like the rights of being in porn and like the troubles that we have with like, you know, getting like an email server and, you know, shit like that. And I keep putting off his phone call because I'm too intimidated to talk to him, because I feel like a dope. Yeah. I'm like, you're a brilliant man. Yeah. And so is John. And I'm like, so I'll just stand here and look pretty. Yeah.
And dude, if I was shooting you for the first time right now, because we've had a history that goes back whatever many years since I first shot you. I'm not intimidated at all. But if I was shooting you for the first time, I'd be Mr. Shaky Camera and asking you all sorts of like, oh, did I say the right thing or whatever. But yeah, it's just part of the gig, I guess, right?
You're jaded. We've hung out too much. I've peed on you.
Did you pee on me? I can't remember.
I don't know if I have.
No,
I might have.
I think
you slurped my squirt.
I slurped your squirt, and it made you horrified.
This is the first time I'd seen that.
Yeah, and I slurped it up.
I think about the first time a guy tried to get me to eat his ass was Steve Holmes.
Yeah, of course.
He like went to put his whole like.
Yeah. And do that one more time, real quick. Just do that one more time.
He went like this. Yeah. And I like fucking dodged that shit like a fucking dance move up in here. And I was like, and I was shooting with Jules Jordan, and Jules like cut the scene and was like, oh, she's not into that. And I'm like, and the last time I was on your set, I was like eating black ass for an hour. Yeah,
you're eating ass like it was like it was Christmas dinner.
Yeah, man ass, like it was the last meal on earth.
Well, and I've had this talk before that porn makes us warped, like the things around. Like,
I'm like the stuff that I was into is not the same.
No, it makes you. What's your weird, crazy fetish these days? Like, if you had one do you have one that you're embarrassed to admit to? You don't have to even admit to it. Just say yes. Is it a yes or no?
Maybe.
Yeah, I do.
I don't know.
I do.
Probably.
Yeah.
I've got a few things that I like.
Yeah.
But it's mostly hard to find people to participate in them.
Well, I think it's healthy.
To what? Not participate in?
To participate.
Oh.
And to embrace your freakiness.
Oh, I think so too.
And not to feel guilty or ashamed or whatever.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong. No. I mean, meaning the person who's feeling that way isn't wrong. No. I don't feel wrong. You don't feel wrong.
So long as you're not hurting anybody.
Yeah. So get back really quickly. Just a couple sexual things for the Mr. POV guys that are jerking this right now. What are they going to like? Because you really are going to kind of dictate this scene today.
Oh my God!
I'm going to make Mr. POV keep his mouth shut and just hold the camera. And it's kind of a Riley Reid scene. So what do you envision?